Good evening, everyone. At this time, our public input on the agenda and non-agenda items. I welcome any members of the audience to speak at this time. This time, I'd like to introduce our auditors. Maybe not. Are we? Okay.
So tell me.
Sure. With us tonight is Doug Zimmerman, who's from the EFRP Group. This is his first year as the external auditor for the Troy City School District. He presented now Rego to the audit committee.
Good evening, everyone. And as Adam mentioned, we did have the opportunity to review the financial statements in detail with the audit committee and answer any questions that they had. As was indicated, this was our first year doing the audit, and we're happy to report that the district is receiving what's called an unmodified or current opinion on the financial statements, which means that there was no issues with regards to the underlying accounting records that they agreed to the audited financial statements. The district is in very sound financial health. We have very strong reserves, a good fund balance, and so we should be able to weather any uncertainties that we see going forward in the economy. We developed an audit plan before we started the engagement, and I'm happy to report that there were no issues that we detected that caused us to deviate from that plan. All the assumptions and expectations that we developed prior to beginning the engagement we saw, and so there were no unusual issues that raised any type of concerns for us. With that, I'd be happy to answer any questions anybody has, but again, the audit committee did review it in detail prior to this meeting.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Adam Hotel, for making that happen. So thank you. Okay, School 16 principal presentation. Come on.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Allen, thank you, Board of Education, Mr. Carmelo Cabinet, for your outstanding support for us here at School 16. Without you, a lot of our accomplishments would not be possible. We also want to thank our parents. Thank you, parents, for turning out. We do have an exceptional student community here at School 16. Thank you for being here tonight and every night to support us all the time here at School 16 and our students. I also want to introduce the school leadership team here at School 16. If you want to please stand. We have TJ Brzezinski, third grade teacher, Chris Case, instructional coach, Linda Tina, instructional coach, and Mr. Frederick, principal's assistant. And Avery Bentley, oh, Avery, hiding behind, that's why. Avery Bentley, kindergarten teacher. Exceptional support from our leadership team. We did a lot of planning this summer, looking at our goals and what we want to accomplish for our school. Before we get into our presentation, we're going to have a selection from Mr. Bobio in our course.
Hi, my name is Kamara. I am in 5th grade. Good evening, Dr. Ford, Troy Administration, Board of Education members, and guests. We are in School 16, 4th and 5th grade chorus.
Hi, my name is Alea. I'm in 5th grade. Thank you for inviting us to perform at the Board of Education meeting. Tonight we will be singing Together Again by Teresa and Paul Jennings. Hi, my name is Gary Sparrow. I'm in 5th grade. Please join us for the School 16 Winter Concert featuring students, musicians, and the band, chorus, and orchestra on Wednesday, December
exceptional job. Thank you. So here at School 16, we spent a lot of time this summer looking at our 10-year trend for student performance in the New York State ELA math and science exams. And as you can see, we've made some tremendous progress over the years. Knowing that we've been through COVID and had that non-testing year, and then the following year we had guidance testing that we used post-COVID. You can see as we went from 2018-19, our last official testing year prior to this past year, to this current year, we're able to pretty much sustain our student proficiency through that time. Once again, we beat state average in math again here at School 16. I think it's like the 4th or 5th consecutive year we've done that. ELA growth is a slow grow. Math proficiency, slight decline. But what we have done is maintain our commitment to getting even better here at School 16. Part of our conversation this summer is our focus on our students that are intensive learners, how we're going to better support them. We looked at our MTSS process and how we're going to make sure we meet and have those conversations, and how we utilize our resources within it to make sure those students that work show movement will show movement. This past year's in math scores, we had 2 perfect scores. We had a student that scored a perfect score in 3rd grade and a student that scored a perfect score in 4th grade, which was very, very remarkable. So we're very excited about where we're at. We're very excited about where we're going. I did meet with faculty and with the coaches, and I threw out some goals for this upcoming year for testing. And the numbers we put up there was 70% efficient in math and 50% efficient in ELA. And I mentioned this stat today after school. I said those numbers reflect my confidence in you in being able to support our students in getting there. And it reflects my confidence in our students and maximizing their abilities and making sure they get there. So that's where we're at here at School 16, and I'm very confident that we're going to show some big, big gains in the very, very near future, and hopefully this year. At this time, I'll pass it on to Ms. Matini.
Good evening. What we would like to discuss in the next 4 slides, together with the school leadership team, Mr. Ford has already introduced us. The school leadership here at School 16 this summer reviewed the DITSE survey, and DITSE is the acronym for a diagnostic tool for school and district effectiveness. And on completion of this review, we created improvements for the school's SET plan. And the SET plan stands for School Comprehensive Education Plan. So we looked at that information, and we decided we were going to try to grow in 4 commitments that we are presenting here tonight on the slides. It is our goal that through working hard, that we will commit to these 4 goals, and we will take information and we will give out surveys throughout the year, 3 times this year, and we will then look at that survey data to see if our improvements have been made. So our commitment 1 is going to be presented by Chris James.
Good evening, everyone. So our first commitment is strengthening student engagement and positive student behavior. And you'll notice that we added some slides and some pictures to show you what we do here at School 16 in order to better this commitment. And the 2 pictures you see is 1 2nd grader, how they greet all the kids in the morning. They get to pick, whether or not they want a hug or a fist bump, or if they want to dance or something like that before they go into the classroom at the beginning of the day. And then we also have students who will partner read with each other at the same grade level or multi-grade level. So you might have 5th graders coming down and reading with like 1st, 2nd grade students. We're going to show you a little bit of a morning meeting as well, and this is from 1st grade. And hopefully the internet is working well. How are you? In the morning, I clap my hands. In the morning, I do my dance. In the morning, I shout hooray. This is gonna be a wonderful day.
and I was voting.
Good morning, first graders. Today is Wednesday, November 9, 2022.
So that's what we have for the morning meeting. Very good. So I'm going to also do the second commitment, and that's working to build positive home-school relationships. And some of the things that we've done already this year, we have a trunk or treat that we did at Family Court Apartments that was received very well by parents in the community. And then we also do a monthly assembly, and the grade levels take ownership of like showing off what they do for that month based on whatever character trait that we are working on. So we're going to show you a little bit of a slideshow and a video from the October morning assembly, which was put on by 5th grade students in Mrs. Mitka's class and Mr. Johnson's class.
This month, 5th grade is presenting a character trait called ownership. What is ownership? Good question. Ownership is taking responsibility for your words and actions. But why is ownership important? According to LB Literacy, it is a very powerful thing for children to realize they can be positively in control of their lives. Furthermore, it's life-altering for a child to discover that by choosing and directing their behavior responsibly, they can determine the outcome of their situation. How do students take ownership over their behavior?
I can take ownership by admitting when I am wrong.
I can take ownership by listening to my teachers. I can take ownership of my behavior by playing responsibly on the playground. I can take ownership of my behavior by apologizing when I make a mistake.
I can take ownership of my behavior by thinking before I react.
I can take ownership of my behavior by asking others for help. I can take ownership of my behavior by talking to someone I trust with their needs.
I can take ownership of my behavior by being honest about what's really wrong with me.
I can take ownership of my behavior by surrounding myself with positive people. I can take ownership of my behavior by asking questions. Can students take ownership over their learning? Yes, I can take ownership of my learning by doing my homework. I can take ownership of my learning by not being afraid of challenges. I can take ownership of my learning by having a growth mindset. So let's do this, School 16. I am in charge of how I act. I am responsible for what I say. I have the power to create a great life for myself. It's up to me.
Now let's listen to a video about owning our actions and taking responsibility.
Is that they have also in the slide before our trunk or treat. And so that we just have pictures from that I would like to show you.
Okay, for commitment 3 is to use culturally responsive education practices in our school community. What we have for you here is a collection of a slideshow of some of the TCP that we have attended, and you'll see some pictures of some of those meetings, and then what we've done as the topics that we've discussed, we brought it into some of the classrooms and put it into practice. But also, we as a faculty continue to better our practice by attending these professional development practices through the Teachers College Units of Study and the Eureka Math. The teachers then implement these new strategies into the classroom. Commitment 4 is the identification and plan for Tier 2 and Tier 3 students. At School 16, we are committed to making educational differentiated for all students. We are very fortunate to have a co-teach model in grades kindergarten to 3rd grade in the classrooms. So what you see here over to the right are some photos of some of our special education rooms, and the 2 pictures to the left are actually 2 of my students at the conclusion of one of the science projects that we had done, where we made some meters of finding the speed of wind. And the video that you're about to see is a short video in my classroom where Mr. Smith and I, my co-teacher, where we're implementing the directions on how to make it. And then from there, we went on to make it.
You're going to be sharing the materials together. You're going to be reading the science and the steps, step by step, following it. Some of the steps, I think it's step 6, is where you have to come to Mr. Smith and I, and we're going to help you because there's these really sharp pins that you're going to need. So Mr. Smith and I will be doing that part of the step. So that way we can make sure everyone's safe and doing it correctly, okay? So let's go with the directions. Here we go. Your materials are as follows. Maybe Mr. Smith can get those materials for me. Every group in here is going to have 2 straws. So 2 straws looks like this. If you look back here, these are our 2 straws you guys are going to get. Every group is also going to get 5 cups. And all of the cups are already stacked, Nolan and Jonah, for you, and they look like that. Mr. Smith has them. Everyone's going to be getting some tape, and Mr. Smith will just kind of give you some pieces, and if you need more, we can get them to you. You're also going to be getting all an unsharpened pencil that we're going to be putting inside of the cup. And last but not least, each group will get 1 science book, and the science book looks like that. Okay? So step 1, what you're going to do is you are going to make sure that you are in an area where you have space. So the rug is a good space. We can maybe even have a group out in the hallway, in the back, wherever. We have a lot of, because you're going to need your own space. Step 1, what you're going to do first is you and your reading partner are going to read lesson 4. Lesson 4 is located on page 1. And once you get the book, you'll see that for you. So you're going to go step by step, reading the directions first. After you and your partner have read it, what you're then going to do is come back to the back table where Mr. Smith and I will be, and we're going to give you all the materials that you'll need, okay? And then once you have all the materials, you'll be following all the steps. Step 6, make sure, keep an eye out for, you're going to have to come and find us, that way we can help you with that pin. And then the last and final one is you're going to be answering a question
number 15 in your workbooks on a piece of paper, and we'll help you out when you come to that at the very end. I want you to enjoy this, have fun, take your time, but again, remember, follow the steps. And some of the steps we have already done for you, like punching the holes in the paper cups. We did that ahead of time so that way we can kind of move along with today's lesson, okay? So here, step one, let's go. Can everyone push their chairs in? Find your reading partner. Here, I can cut you off. I think maybe you can do a job.
So as you can see, we're pretty busy here at School 16. The school leadership team is comprised of many different facets. The full-time instructional coaches, both myself for mathematics and Chris as ELA. We have the counseling support team. We have the math and science curriculum leaders, which is also Chris and I. ELA and social studies curriculum leaders. We have K2 and 3-5 data liaisons that help with the implementation of. They're very good about letting us know what data is in, and so we can all review it at the same time. We have technology liaison. We have the SDM, Shared Decision Making Committee, that meets once a month. PBIS meets regularly, which is the Positive Behavioral Interventions and Support Committee. We have the MTSS. We had a video on that was supposed to be on slide 4, but because of confidentiality with students, we obviously cannot name students in that. So we are doing that. We're meeting about people's children and our students constantly. We have this school leadership team, which is all of us. The technology committee, building safety committee, the building attendance committee. We're doing very well with tracking our attendance. We have the college and career ready liaison, and also our equity liaison. So we're very busy here, and we look forward to working very hard this year and making everyone here at School 16 successful. Thank you so much.
Thank you to the school leadership team. Thank you for your support tonight. And thank you, parents, once again, and faculty, staff, and colleagues. That concludes our presentation. Thank you. Any questions?
I wonder what the teachers thought of your 50% and 70% goal. I see the reaction. Thank you.
Quiet confidence. Very quiet confidence. But I'm confident we can do it. I mean, yeah.
Next time we have the presentation, we'll see the finished product. We would have loved to have seen how those kids did.
I know, yeah.
At the end.
Thank you very much.
Okay. We'll continue with the rest of our meeting. Approval, a motion on the floor for approval of minutes November 2nd, 2022. Second. Discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Superintendent recommendation, human resources. Staff matters unclassified, classified. Under unclassified, motion on the floor for consent agenda items 1 through 11.
Second?
Discussion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Under classified, motion on the floor for consent agenda items 1 through 6.
Second?
Discussion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Superintendent recommendations, programs, motion on the floor for consent agenda items 1 through 5.
Second?
Discussion. All those in favor? Opposed? Okay, superintendent recommendations, business finance, motion on the floor for consent agenda items 1 through 4.
Second?
Discussion. All those in favor? Opposed? Motion on the floor to add item number 2. Read as follows. Appeal of superintendent determination. Resolve the Board of Education upon consideration of the appeal of the student named in the executive session regarding the determination of the student superintendent of schools, following a hearing held pursuant to Education Law 3214, hereby denies the appeal in its entirety and affirms the decision of the superintendent of schools, and further directs the district clerk notify the student of this determination. Discussion. All those in favor? Opposed? Board resolution, motion on the floor for consent agenda items 1 and 2, 1 through 2.
Second?
Discussion. All those in favor? Opposed? Future meetings. All meetings will take place at 6 o'clock. December 7th is at the middle school. December 21st is at school 2. And now for our good news. I feel like I'm talking to a bunch of empty. Look at Tracy, you got the whole place to yourself. They're all over there because they're afraid I'm going to say something, you know, I'm going to pick on them. So this time I won't. Troy Middle School is hosting their first Thanksgiving family event on Friday afternoon during parent-teacher conferences. Staff is preparing to welcome over 100 people for a Thanksgiving feast while also providing for parents to meet with teachers. Thank you to all who are putting this wonderful event on. TMS students and staff also donated 928 items during the school food drive, filling 25 bags for families for Thanksgiving, along with added food to the safe room for students in need. That's great. Last Thursday, School 2 held their first turkey trot on 10th Street. Both students and staff participated. We are so proud of our scholars for preserving and showing a positive attitude. Special thank you to the Troy Police for being on hand to block traffic on 10th Street during the run to keep our students safe. Next week, School 14 will also hold a turkey trot for students. After the run, families are welcomed back into the classroom to see a special project based on school-wide equity goal. I am every good thing. Carroll Hill recently began its partnership with New York State Mentoring. The New York State Mentoring Program is the nation's first school-based one-to-one mentoring program. Amy, she wanted to come down and do this for me? The highly successful program screens and trains volunteers and matches them to children in their communities. We have 12 mentors, including a New York State Supreme Court judge, Executive Director of Children and Family Services, a social worker, and a non-profit employee with a background in criminal justice, and others along with several teachers. The first week of mentoring was a huge success for both the students and mentors. Thank you to all that were involved. That sounds like a huge program. The Carroll Hill Running Club also participated in the Just Run Elementary School track meet earlier this month at Mohammed. These students put their preparation to the test against students from 12 other elementary schools in the area. We had 4 students place in the top 10 in their events. Congratulations and good job to everyone. Monday morning, School 18 had a visit from CBS 6 and her reporter Lara Bird to speak with the 5th graders about journalism as part of their journalism writing unit. She shared with the students about her job, what it takes to get on the news, on the air each day, and answered plenty of questions. I text John at 6:30 in the morning saying, turn on channel 6. And what was really funny, when the newscasters were talking to each other, they were saying how the kids asked all these questions, and she said, yeah, they wanted to know how old I was. I got how old I am. So I thought that was really good. Senior pitcher Olivia DeCitas signed her national letter of intent last Wednesday to play Division I softball at the University of Massachusetts Lowell next year. She was named the Large School Softball Player of the Year by the Times Union. That is great. Good luck to her. And finally, Detroit High Drama, finally. Did everybody get that? Finally. The Detroit High Drama Club performance of You Can't Take It With You is this Friday and Saturday at 7:30. Tickets are $10 for adults and $5 for students. Our students always do an incredible job on stage and behind the scenes, and this performance is no different. That is the good news. I'm not reaching out to the audience because there's a lot of echo here. Is there anything, does anybody have anything? Okay. The motion on the floor to adjourn. Second. Discussion. All those in favor? Opposed? I want to wish everyone a good Thanksgiving. Stay safe if you're traveling, and we'll see everybody in December.